On behalf of the American Legion Department of Florida and the Boys State Board of Directors, we welcome you to this district briefing. In the next few minutes, you will get a visual overview of what will actually take place during your week in Florida American Legion Boys State. At the end of this presentation, your district chairman will entertain questions. Most delegates will arrive at Boys State on chartered buses, which will leave either late Saturday night or early Sunday morning for arrival in Tallahassee. Upon your arrival in Tallahassee, you'll be greeted by one of our counselors, who will then instruct you on what to do prior to leaving the bus. When you report to the registration desk in the dorm, you will turn in your medical and transportation forms, receive your name tag, shirts for the week, and a binder to keep your manual in. If you are enrolled in the TCC Dual Enrollment Program, you'll turn in your paperwork at this time. If you have a Samsung application, this will be turned in also. Next, you'll gather your luggage outside and move up to your assigned city. Here you will meet your city counselor, turn in your questionnaire, sign the release from liability form, and meet with your fellow citizens and prepare your quarters. The first city meeting is very important. Your city councilor will review your manual, the duties and responsibilities of city and county government for Florida American Legion Boys State, and learn about the rules and laws of Boys State. You will then sign the Boys State Pledge. In addition, you'll learn about the ethics of politics. The meal schedule times will be explained, as will the seating arrangements for your different meetings. You'll also select an Americanism speaker who will give his speech during one of the general sessions. And if time permits, a question and answer session will follow. After dinner Sunday will be your first General Assembly. We will introduce the staff counselors and other city councilors you will be working with during the week. You will be welcomed by an official of Florida State University. Then the director of Boys State will discuss the ground rules and other important aspects of the program for the coming week. When you return to the dorm, there will be a special group meeting for the Americanism speakers, postmasters, buglers, and those individuals who have been selected to be interviewed by the Chaplain Selection Committee. You will hold your second city meeting, in which the laundry procedures will be explained and how the different schools will be conducted. Those schools are the Law School, School of Legislative Procedures, and Florida Political History. If time permits, there will be a question and answer session. Monday is a busy day. You'll have a School of Legislative Procedures in which you'll learn about Florida political history. You'll also conduct your city elections, where you are electing a mayor and 4 city councilmen. Later today will be a law school in which there will be a mock trial conducted. During this law school, you will learn about criminal and civil law and the courts system. In the afternoon, there will be another session in Florida political history from 1820 to 1845. After that, you will split into your county party conventions to learn about the county political structure. Following the county conventions, the Boys State Party Coordinator, along with the Nationalist and Federalist Party counselors, will provide information in the functions of the party conventions, party chairman and party whip, and the procedures for the nomination of state officials. Later in the evening, when you are back in the dorm, you will hold your county elections. Immediately following this, you will nominate your senators and representatives for each city. Tuesday morning, you will learn about legislative procedures and how to write a bill. Following this, you'll elect your senators and representatives. Another school of law will be conducted to fill out this portion of the law program. Following this session, the bar exam will be administered and reviewed. Party conventions will now begin. The first session will be to elect a party chairman and party whip. The party chairman will then appoint a platform committee and rally and debate committees. The final session of Florida political history will take us from 1845 to the present. Following that will be a military leadership panel in which the various branches of the military and their academies will present information on how you can become a member of the armed forces or an academy, and what benefits are available to you. During this time, city photos will also be taken. After this session, the Florida Political History exam and review will take place. The legislative panel will give you a better idea of how the House and Senate function. Party conventions will continue in the evening, followed by legislative leader testing when you return to the dorm. Wednesday morning, a School of Legislative Instruction will present more information on how to write a bill, a mock legislative session, and the film The Tale of Two Capitals. The House and Senate will then move to their designated meeting places to begin forming. Those who are not elected to the House or the Senate will make up the legislative assemblies. Each assembly will have approximately 50 representatives. They will do similar functions and procedures as would be presented in the House and the Senate. Legislation passed by the legislative assemblies will be introduced into either the House or Senate for their consideration. The legislative procedure exam will be given with the review following. Final party conventions will wrap up in the late afternoon so the rally and debate committees can work on their plan for the Thursday morning elections. The evening will be spent in legislative sessions in the state capitol, the House meeting in the House chambers, and the Senate meeting in the Senate chambers. The legislative assemblies will meet in their designated rooms, also in the Capitol. Thursday morning brings the long-awaited elections. Who will be the new governor? Who will be the cabinet members? The Supreme Court. The elections start with a short program presented by each party. Immediately following will be the gubernatorial debate. This will be the time that everyone gets that last chance to see how well their candidate can do, fielding questions from the debate committee. Following the debate will be the election. The first procedure will be for you to register and pick up your ballot. Then move to the voting booth to cast your vote. Finally, you present your ballot to an official who will enter it into the voting machine. And the winner is, hopefully you, if you are running for a state office or the Supreme Court. After lunch, you will visit the Supreme Court. Here you will be given a briefing by an official of the Supreme Court. It may be one of the justices, or it may be the clerk or marshal of the court. Following the visit to the Supreme Court, you will go across the street to the Capitol, where you will meet in general session in the House chambers. A short memorial service will be conducted. Following the service, the Cabinet will meet. The House and Senate will go into session, and the legislative assemblies will convene, as well as the Supreme Court. After the evening meal, everyone will return to the Capitol to continue their legislative sessions. Friday morning begins with the inauguration of the governor, Cabinet, and Supreme Court. This is done during a General Assembly in the House chambers. Usually the governor and other cabinet members will speak after the inauguration. After the inauguration, final legislative sessions will conclude. Legislative assemblies will finish working on their final bills, and at the same time, the Supreme Court will be hearing cases that have been presented to them from the lower courts of Florida American Legion Boys State. The governor and the cabinet will also be meeting to discuss bills that have been passed by the House and the Senate and discuss other legislative matters. Also during this time, Boys Nation interviews will be conducted. Following the final legislative session, delegates will return to campus and will have free time for the afternoon. This time can be spent touring the campus, hanging out with newfound friends, or catching up on sleep. Following the graduation dinner, we will assemble for our awards ceremony. During this ceremony, awards will be presented to various legislative leaders, party leaders, and other individuals, as will the 2+2 scholarship winners, the Spirit of Boys State winners, and the Boys Nation delegates and alternates will be introduced. Upon return to the dorm, you will pack and get ready for departure on Saturday morning. On Saturday morning, after you've checked out of your room, you will receive your certificate and Boys State pin. After moving your luggage downstairs and out of the building, There will be a continental breakfast served in the lobby of the dorm. Buses will also be outside the dorm loading for their various destinations. Please be sure to pay attention for the announcement of your bus, as the buses will not wait forever for any stragglers, and it could be a long walk back to your destination. If you have studied your manual and other information sent to you, we think you will enjoy learning about the political system and how it functions in the state of Florida. For those of you who have enrolled in the dual enrollment course through Tallahassee Community College, you will certainly reap a huge benefit by receiving 3 hours credit in a political science course, which is required for graduation from a Florida college or university. If you applied for one of the 5 2+2 scholarships being offered by Tallahassee Community College and Florida State University, good luck. We know this will mean a lot to the advancement of your higher education. We hope that upon completion of your week at Florida American Legion Boys State, that it will truly be as many before you have found out, that it is the beginning of a lifetime.